Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all having a good one. I think it's April 5th today. Yeah, our little guy, he's 10 months old today. Anyway, we're out here feeding these the big group of pairs. We turned them out into the pasture just south of the yard. Since we got all this bare ground, it's nice to get them out of the smaller areas, get them out where it's dry. Just finished shredding them, their barley silage, their oat silage bale, and hay bale. Now we'll head back to the yard and do more chores. We got the 4630 back the end of February. Clayton fixed her up for us. It's been back on the shredder since, so I'll talk to you in a few. Well, we're in the 4650 with the mixer. We've got feed ready for the bulls on here, so we're gonna head up to the Krells. I haven't made a video in a while. It's just been pretty busy around here. The end of February, I had some good footage of cleaning the barns with the 8320 and the manure spreader, but then I went to update my phone and I accidentally deleted all my stuff, so kind of starting from scratch. But the whole month of March was kind of a blur with wholesale stuff and that. And then right after, our grain cleaner guy was here for a couple days, busy shuffling grain around, keeping him running to get that job done. But it's nice to have our seed cleaned and put away this early, so yeah. And then the versatiles are out of the shed too. I've got to go through the 936, get it ready to go, get the 8320 ready to go. The 835 back there, it's sold. A couple guys came in the end of February and bought it. They're supposed to be sending a truck to get it, I don't know, sometime soon, but haven't heard. And yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing. So I guess I'll bring you back when I got something else to say. Our 2025 calving season is pretty much wrapped up. We've just got these 4 girls here left to go, which is nice. Well, the bullpen's thinning out a bit. We've had lots of people coming to pick up bulls. I think yesterday alone we got rid of 8, which is nice. It's lightening up on the chores for us. We're not having to feed as much, so that's good. We've had a decent sale this year. Thank you to everyone who bought, showed interest, and bid on the bulls. I guess we'll do it again next year. Alrighty guys, well, it's been probably a couple weeks since I've videoed anything. It's just been busy around here, doing all sorts of stuff, getting ready to go to the field and getting cows out. Yesterday I stuck the easy feeder on this old 1-ton so we can start feeding the cows a bit of barley when we get them out to pasture. You can see we still got a few silage bales left over there. Probably another week's worth of full feeding, and then the grass should be coming on pretty good and we can get stuff out to pasture. Well, last weekend it was kind of snowy and wet, so I got the 936 cleaned up and put it in the shop and serviced it last weekend. It should be ready to go. And then the other day I went through the drill. It didn't need much, just change a few hoses, grease it. We got a gang of packers that I should recap pretty soon. We're getting caps for them, but it's patched up good enough to go to work for now. Right, Lefty? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. The sprayer is greased and I haven't put water in it yet because I don't know if you can see the white stuff falling on the camera, and it's supposed to get down to like -3 tonight, so I'd like to try it out and make sure I got no leaks, but that'll have to wait another day or so yet. I Put the water tanks in the old 3-ton, started getting it ready to haul water to the sprayer. And the way we're set up, it doesn't have to make many trips. It'll go out west maybe twice and then out east maybe once. Most of our land's fairly close, so a lot of it to the east we just run back to the yard to refill, which is handy. We've got the 8320 serviced up, ready to be hooked on the sprayer any day. It's gonna do the spraying and probably a good chunk of the rolling. The 835 sold and it left about a week ago, so. But it's kind of snowing out. I could check more fence, but I changed the power steering line on Mom's pickup, and then the 7810 here, when it was running the shredder in that real cold weather back in February, this inside seal on the end of the axle was leaking a bit, so we've got a new one for it, and that's what I'm working on right now. Got the wheel off, it's all jacked up, and took the air gun and blew all the mud and cow shit off. And I've got the skid steer running across the yard. I'm gonna get it rigged up to lift that hub, because the hub's gotta come out with the axle and then pop that new seal in and then put it all back together. So try and bring you along for some of that. Okay, so we've got the skid steer in here. I took one fork off just to get it out of the way. And the plan is, I've never done it this way before, but I can't see why it wouldn't work. Ratchet strap around the inside here to the fork, snug it up, and then just kind of wiggle it back along the fork. Move the hub this way in the shaft, then we can swap our seal, and then just slide it all back like so. But first I've got to pull these plugs that hold the axle in the diff, pull 4 bolts on top and the bottom, take the kingpins out, and then disconnect this steering cylinder. Tie rod will stay with this top, whatever you'd call it, I don't know. But yeah, I'll get at her. Okay guys, so it came apart pretty good. Didn't go quite like I planned. It came out and then kind of wanted to roll down because most of the weight's out here with the hub. But nothing that a second ratchet strap didn't fix. And you can see that seal came with the end of the shaft where it's supposed to be still sitting there. So it would have been leaking all around the outer edge and just kind of freewheeling in there. So I think what I'm going to do when I clean it all up and put the new seal in, put maybe a little film of Loctite on there or something to keep it from spinning. But minor issues, so we'll finish taking that apart. There's just a little snap ring, retainer ring thing here that you spread, and then the shaft will separate from the yoke, and we can get our seal changed and put her back together. Okay, it's a little bit later. We got seal changed and it's all back together. I've just got to tighten these kingpin bolts and grease these up good. The bottom one's here too. And then we'll put our wheel back on, we'll get it level, and we'll top up the oil in our diff. Then we should be good to go. It's all clean down here, so we'll be able to tell if it's not leaking anymore. I'm hoping it's going to be all right. That seal, they recommend in the book that it just kind of sits flush with this inner lip. I don't know if you can see that by the end of my finger there, but and then it's got this silver collar on the shaft that kind of sits in it, but it seems like that maybe sits sits together a little tight, but I mean, I've got the book here and did it the way John Deere said to, so here's hoping it'll all be good. I'll bring you back in a bit. Alrighty guys, well, it's been a couple days again since I videoed anything, but we're firing up, and I think today's the day we're gonna hit the field and put some seed in the ground. I did some spraying yesterday, burnt off a couple hundred acres, and I think the drill's pretty much ready to go. Gotta check these tires on the cart, just make sure they're pumped up enough to handle the weight, and then make sure we got our right rollers in there, load with seed and fertilizer, put fuel in the tractor, and yeah, we should be ready to go give it a try. So I'll bring you back when I got something else to tell you. Okay, well, I moved the truck with the easy feeder out of the way. I put that on a few days ago. Wasn't sure if I mentioned that or not, but we moved most of our cows out to pasture yesterday. So then I got the auger in the feed barley bin. I need to move that over to load seed. And yeah, we moved the cows out. The grass is coming, but I want to give them a little bit for now, just to help supplement them. Yeah, I didn't take any video yesterday when I was spraying. I did about 200 acres, I think. New to me, it's a Trimble 750 in this tractor. This is our first year using it. It was a sprayer tractor that took some getting used to. I had to go through it and change some settings and stuff and get it to work, but yeah, it's working good now. And also the day before, when I put water in this sprayer, I was having trouble. It seemed like the pump wasn't working right, but after some head scratching and messing with the flow on the tractor, which it didn't turn out to be, what had happened is I didn't notice that my valve for my rinse tank was open. So the pump was trying to work, but it kept sucking air from the rinse tank. I closed that and the pressure gauge shot up and it started humming like it should. And yeah, it was all fine in the end, but there's so many darn valves on these sprayers, it's tough to keep up with. But anyway, gotta fire this auger up, move it over to the other bins, and start loading some seed barley. I'll talk to you in a few. Okay guys, well, good thing I came back to take a video. I almost left my book on the tire. But we've got it set just based off previous years' seed and barley. We usually put our seed in the back tank. It's a little bigger. To set these flexi coils, it's really nice. All you gotta do is just loosen the jam nut and that little screw and move the slide up and down. Yeah, I got that one set for the barley, and then the front set for the fertilizer. So close this lid and we'll grab our book where we keep all of our numbers and stuff. Got the tractor filled with fuel. I've got the fertilizer on the front of the semi here, but it's just about lunchtime. We'll go have a quick bite to eat and then fill and head to the field. I set up the 8-inch auger there. We're only putting in 150 acres of barley right now, and then we're gonna switch to durum. So I thought the field, you can just about see it. It's just over there. Instead of dirty in the back of the semi, putting barley seed on it and then just having to auger it back off and switch to durum, we're just gonna run home and refill. So not ideal, but I mean, it's not far to just whip in and refill. So anyway, what was I talking about? Over here, I've got to change the roller out. I was seeding millet with this thing at the end of last season. The front, it had fertilizer in it last. It should still have the coarse roller and be good to go. But I gotta drop these manifolds down because it would have the extra fine roller for seeding that millet. And this damn clean out chute falls down every time. Okay. Well, I gotta find the fine roller. I think it's in the sleeper of the semi, but bring you back in a few. Okay, well, I got sidetracked. I was looking in the sleeper and found this jug of ATF and put a splash in each fuel tank on this tractor since it's got a full tank of fuel. Some of these rigs around here that only run for certain seasons, kind of like this truck. When you fill them with fuel, throw a splash of that in. It just helps lubricate seals and the injection pump and stuff, keep that from getting dried out. So anyway, here's our roller. Now it's kind of a two-handed job to get in there and drop that manifold, so I'll bring you back. Okay, so we're under the drill here. Got our meter box open. Hi, Lefty. And our extra fine roller is out. We're gonna throw this coarse one in. I don't know if we're seeding any grass this year or not, but we shouldn't need the extra fine one again. So put that up in there and should be ready to roll. Okay guys, well, we got barley going in the cart here. I brought the remote with me for the clutch on the auger. It's kind of windy, then I can just sit up here and watch it and hold the spout. Talk to you in a few. Now we'll see how close I am to last year if I can get her lined up. Might take a couple tries. Okay, well, I had to move the truck ahead once, but we got fertilizer going in the tank. Really got to keep an eye on this auger. Sometimes that hopper will tip one way or the other, or move off up here, so I'll let you go. It's kind of a finicky thing. Okay guys, well, we just pulled into the field here. Checking our depth. Kind of a 1.5 to 2 inches is usually what we seed. Look at the way the dirt's sticking to my fingers. That's nice moisture to see. Yeah, it looks like it's going in pretty nice. So we'll leave her alone. Now I gotta walk over here and give the crank, or the crank on the side of the cart a good zing. Put some product on the ground under the boots and make sure we're seeding out of every run. Now we walk around and that's what we're looking for. We'll talk to you in a few. Alrighty guys, well, we're out here going back and forth, putting some barley in the ground. This piece is 150 acres, it goes to about there. Then over a couple hills, come over to the pasture there. There's a neck that goes out there, and then back up here. That didn't have any real glitches with this outfit. Everything seems to be working good. Other than the few patches of Russian thistle out here. Plugged up the drill a couple times, had to pull out, turn around and try and shake that shit loose, but no, the old tractor's working good. All their fancy monitoring equipment seems to be working again. That camera's never real clear, but yeah, it's a nice evening to get some seeding done. Alrighty guys, well, it's a couple days later. I just thought I'd give you a spraying video. We're in the 8320 here. We're just spraying the last of our stuff we're gonna seed to Durham. Some clouds rolling by there, but it's supposed to rain, I think, later tomorrow, and it's supposed to be pretty windy for the next few days, so trying to get a bunch sprayed so I can stay busy seeding for the next few days, and we can put this tractor on the roller and hopefully somebody can jump in it and catch it up a little bit. We haven't rolled anything yet, but we got the 150 acres of barley that I want to silage. It's in the ground and done with, so the drill's filled with Durham and fertilizer, and we'll be up there to start seeding that in just a few minutes when we only got to spray to that fence over there. So talk to you in a few. Well, we're back at the drill here. I was actually just on my way home with the sprayer, come up from the south there across this stubble and head down the road back to the yard. So I thought on my way, this outfit's sitting here ready to roll. Start it and turn on the GPS, let the tractor warm up and let the GPS find its satellites, and then we'll come back and start seeding again. Pull the dipstick quick. Level's good. Hydraulic oil's good. That's the transmission oil. Yeah, that cloud's kind of building in more and more all the time. Didn't think we were supposed to get any rain, hence why I was out spraying while it was halfway calm. But it'll be what it'll be. Hopefully that chemical will have enough time on there to do its job. Bit of a warm start. It's not very cold today. Drill monitor, camera. Oops. There, it's all powered up. Well, with everything I've filmed over the last few weeks, I think I've probably got plenty for a video, so that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. I'm hoping maybe in the next few days here, we might have a drone coming, and hopefully maybe get some cool footage out in the field, so stay tuned if you want to see that. Thanks for watching.